men, 20 men, 30 men. I'm on something. 10 men, 20 men, 30 men. That fool was something. 10 men, 20 men, 30 men. Yeah, drink 'em up. Yeah.
You know what it is, man. DJ Thoro, a.k.a. Thorozano, Bridge to the Streets. Right now, you're watching the hottest in the streets right here on thisis50.com. We live from One World Studios. Shout out my man, Boy Wonder. You know how we do. Special guest in the building. Introduce yourself.
Man, it's YB the Menace from Bridgeport, Connecticut, man. Tune in.
Was it YB a Menace?
YB the Menace.
Oh, YB the Menace. Okay. Now, break that name down for me. What's the science behind that?
For me, I used to play basketball when I was in high school, so...
You think you're nicer than me?
Hey, man.
Okay.
We can go find out if you want, man. It's
right.
whatever.
Hold on, give me that basketball. No,
Nah, when I used to play basketball in high school, I had this friend who I used to be on the team with. He used to call me YB. He used to stand for Young Ballers, so when I started rapping, I just kind of... I gravitated towards it, because now it's a little too basic.
Right. Okay. So are you a huge basketball fan?
Here and there. I mean, I like it, but I wouldn't consider myself a fan.
All right. So obviously you know about UConn Huskies.
Yeah.
Right. So name me two famous players that came out of school. That should be easy. That's got to be easy. Name me one. Name me one. I'm gonna give you a hint. He shoots excellent 3-pointers.
Nah, I'm not.
You ready? Ray Allen.
Oh, damn.
Come on, baby.
Basketball, not my passion, feel me?
I know what I'm just saying, but it's Ray Allen. He went to UConn. You're from Connecticut. You kind of should have, would have. Hopefully you knew that. Now you do. But hey, we learned something on this show.
Of course.
You just learned something. That's the first thing you just learned. All right? There it is. So, you following rappers like that, and Lil Wayne and Lil Baby, these are spitters. Can you rap? Do you consider yourself a rapper? Can you spit?
Hell yeah.
You got bars.
Hell yeah.
Glad you said that, because my favorite words up here are bars, spit, lyricism, MC, all those type of words. Those are some of my favorite words. I don't know if Pernell told you or your father told you. They didn't tell you, right? Those are my favorite words. Okay, so listen, with that being said, right, I have a segment on this show. It's called On the Spot. You know what that means? You look disappointed. That means you're on the spot. We need to hear some bars, man. That's all that means. Because that's what you do. That should be nothing. That's light, right? You need to hear some bars. Now listen, I'm not asking you to freestyle off the top of your head. That's not what I'm saying. I just need to hear some bars, like whatever you got. You want people to hear. That could be a go-to rhyme, a written. You could do a song, or if you want to go off the top, that's fine too. But you don't got to do that. That's not what this is about. It's about just spitting some bars, letting people know what you can do, what you're capable of with that pen. That's all it's about. So all I need you to do is look into the camera like this. We're gonna look into the camera like this. I like him. I like this guy. We're gonna look into the camera, let him know the name, and let's get right to it. Let's go.
Alright, man. It's YB the Menace, and I'm about to spit some shit for you. Alright.
You got the hood on too, so I know you're gonna be fired.
He said. I slid into the DM, she ain't touched me back. I ain't stressing about a bitch cause I know she gon' want me later. Any nigga talking bad about me, that nigga a hater. Hit a nigga with the clippers, quick to line him like a taper. Take a trip to Cali, shooting shit like I play for the Lakers. If you flirting with my bitch and shorty with it, you could take her. 40 hanging off my head, and this bitch came with a laser. If you catch me lacking, my bitch gon' pull up, she got the taser. Smoke a zip to the face, ain't no cap this every day. Where the phone on, I'ma play. Cool as fuck, but if you cross me, I'ma leave you where you lay. Get away, and I might have to go pull up to where you stay. You get smoked like Mary Jane. I ain't beefing with no goofy, you a pussy, you a lame. You get shot up in your leg, they had to take you out the game. I be speeding when I'm driving, better stay up in your lane. 30 hit him, me go bang. He ain't never been the same. I been speeding looking for them niggas. I'm like, where they went? Niggas told me they got hit up in that thing, ain't see no sense. Run on that nigga like, get up. You tried to hop the fence. We gonna hit that block and we don't see him. We gonna spin again.
Woo! You can stop there. Listen, I gotta give you your props. You just said the Mac and the shit. You gonna leave me hanging, brother?
Oh, damn, my bad.
You just said the Mac and the shit. This man said, if you flirt with my bitch and she with it, you can take her.
Oh, yeah.
That's some Mac shit, yo.
Fuck what I need her for.
I fucks with you.
What I need her for.
That's crazy.
What I need her for.
Do y'all not understand the science? He not getting
what
mad.
What I need her for. I ain't gonna
you can
stress
take
about
her.
it.
If you flirt with my bitch and she
it.
with it, you can take her. That's crazy.
That's crazy,
Y'all
man.
understand how crazy that is, right? Because y'all mind won't let y'all go there. Y'all too insecure. Y'all don't get it. Like, y'all don't understand what he's saying. Like, he's a Mac. He's a player. He's a player. Like they said on More Money.
Go, man.
I like that, man.
Nah, I appreciate it, man.
That man said if you flirt with my bitch and she with it, you can take it.
Have it. Go ahead, sure is.
Wow.
Courtesy.
I like this guy, man. Who raised you, man?
Man, my mom and my dad, man.
Word.
Best people in the world.
That's
Can't
beautiful.
have nothing better than that.
Speaking of your mom and your dad, man, your dad is here, man, and I always have to share this with artists. It happens also often, not a lot, but I see a lot of kids come up here with their parents, and let me tell you something. Don't ever take that for granted, because I don't know if you probably didn't realize that, but you will. It's very hard to make it in this industry. It's hard to get support, especially from parents. And I relate that to my story. My parents never supported nothing I did musically because they didn't understand it. It's a different day and age now, but they just didn't understand it. So I never had the support. Maybe had I had that support, maybe I probably wouldn't have made it because it would have been given to me and I wouldn't take it serious. So maybe whatever. But my point is, don't take your parents for granted, man. Especially your pops, man. That's a big deal. Somebody running around the country with you, taking you to interviews and supporting you. Don't ever take that for granted, because there's a lot of people in your position that don't have that wish they had that. You know what I mean?
Of course.
So give your pops his flowers now. We're giving your pops his flowers now, man.
Of course, man. I give it to him all the time.
That's what we're doing, man. Giving him his flowers. Where's my flower girl at? She off today? Damn. All right, I'm gonna send you those flowers. I got you. All right, definitely. So
right.
Listen, let's get right to the music. Let me know what you got out, what we promoting, what we doing, what's going on.
I just dropped 2 singles recently. First single, Connections, video out, got over almost 30K in a week.
Beautiful.
Flat. Second video, Cali, just dropped less than a couple days ago. Bubbling here and there, is getting there. But we got more music on the way. We got more hits, more videos, and we just gonna keep rolling, and
Right.
we just gonna keep doing our thing.
How old are you?
20.
You're 20. Oh, you're a young buck. You're not even old enough
man.
to drink yet, man. I can't even curse. No, I'm messing. Wow. Okay, so you're relatively young. You are young. That's beautiful. Now, growing up in CT, I spoke with your pops. We're gonna get into that too.
Of course.
Your pops has a vast knowledge of information in hip hop. Like, he knows his stuff. Now, I'm just gonna ask you this question, and that'll tell me if it rubbed off on you. Who were you listening to growing up? How did you get into hip hop? What was the first hip hop song you ever heard? Let me say that first. Do you remember?
Alright. Well, I've always grown up around hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
My uncle was always heavily influenced by hip hop. My dad, always hip hop music playing in the house.
Mm-hmm.
The first hip hop song I could really say I remember, because I've always heard songs, but you'll never know a song until you know the lyrics for it.
Okay.
So my introduction really to hip hop was Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne, okay.
Lil Wayne for me.
Okay.
When I heard
Makes sense.
the first song, 6 Foot, 7 Foot, was the first song that I really heard that was like, yo, god damn, yo. I used to listen to that song and just be in my phone just writing the lyrics to the song
Right.
so I can remember it to rap it to the song. That's how much of a fanatic I was, and just listening to Lil Wayne's story and listening to how he came up and how early he came up and what he had to do, it was just motivation for me, especially at a young age.
Lil Wayne is what I call a barbarian, like barbarian, like bars,
Yeah,
barbarian.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, he's a barbarian, like he spits, and not for nothing on that same song was Corey Guns. He killed that. He killed that shit too, or whatever. But that's definitely dope. I'm not mad at that. Lil Wayne is definitely one of the greatest rappers ever. That's a fact. You know what I mean? And he's developed into that, because when Lil Wayne first came out, he wasn't nice.
Nah, of course not.
He was on some wobbity.
You always gotta develop your style.
Yeah, he developed into a monster. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, that doesn't happen with a lot of artists. You know what I mean?
Of course.
They just start tanking or whatever. So let's do this real quick. I'm gonna do this now, actually. Can you rap, or what is your? Everyone can be compared to somebody, right? Right. So, not to put you in a box, but who would you? If someone heard your music, who might they compare you to?
I think like a more like. Are you talking about in general, or are you talking about like
sound,
eras,
sounds, whatever?
I mean, cause I've been compared to more current era rappers, like a 21 Savage, like a Lil Baby type, just by how I rap and how gritty I sound when I rap, and how forceful I am in my presence when I deliver.
Now I had Lil Baby up here too. Lil Baby can rap.
Lil Baby
can rap. Spit.
Hell yeah.
He got a thick ass Southern accent. Sometimes it's hard to understand what the fuck he's saying.
Hell yeah.
Because that's just the way they talk down there. But he can rap. He can definitely rap.
You ain't telling nobody.
Yeah, he can rap. So listen. Another question. I like to do all types of crazy questions, man.
Of course, man. I'm with it. I'm here for it.
I'm gonna give you one song, right?
Right.
You can put any artist on this record. Now, this artist could be dead or alive. Any genre of music. Doesn't have to be hip hop. It could be whatever. Who are you gonna do that record with?
You said dead or alive?
They could be dead or alive, any genre of music, any era, but you only can put one artist. And it doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to be hip hop or rap. It could be R&B, country, whatever. Whoever. It's hypothetical, so that's why I said dead or alive. It's like, whatever, you know what I mean? Just curious.
If I had to pick one artist, I think, to be honest, it would be Lil Baby. Cause like, cause the type of music that I make, the type of feel that I go for in my music, I need music that makes people want to get up, get out their body, get out whatever slump they in, and just get up and just have fun.
Like inspiration and having
motivation,
fun, and motivation.
Yes, yes, that's what people need, especially around this type of time. So somebody like him, that's a certified hitmaker.
Did you see the Grammys last night? Did you see his performance?
Yeah, I seen that. I was strong.
I was strong. I wasn't expecting that from him.
I wasn't expecting that.
He came with a statement with the black on black and the cops.
Yeah.
I was surprised because I wasn't surprised that he did that. I just was surprised that he did it there because
exactly.
Usually that platform they're gonna just do what they do. Their hits, do what they do. You know what I mean? But he took the chance. He took the time out to send a message.
Of course, I'm glad they let him do that.
Right.
Glad they let him showcase what's going on in the world. And
right.
Put a spotlight on it, especially on a predominantly white-owned platform. So
right. Well, it's completely white-owned, not predominantly white. The Grammys, that's all white. You know what I mean? Definitely. So, what is one of the biggest misconceptions about yourself that people have of you, if any at all?
Well, the biggest misconception is that, that's a good question, actually.
Thank you.
Let me think. The biggest misconception is that I'm just a SoundCloud rapper. Like, I'm somebody who doesn't... Because a lot of people, that's the misconception with a lot of people. A lot of people feel like the people who are trying to make music is such a feat that's so unobtainable. Anybody who's trying to do it, they don't have faith in. Right. Because they haven't already solidified themselves.
Right.
So that makes it hard for anybody trying to get on because there's millions of people trying to get on. There's millions of people putting videos out, putting budgets behind their shit, and not doing nothing. So it's a very looked down upon career.
Right, I got you. So I'm glad you said that because that's an alley-oop for my next question. There are millions of people doing what you're doing. Same thing, not same thing, but like you said, it's a million people trying to get into the music business. Everybody raps, everybody dances, everybody sings, etc., etc. With that being said, right? What are you doing to stand out instead of fit in? Like, why should people listen to you? If we got 1,000 people doing the same thing.
Because I think I'm bringing a wave behind me. I think my music, I know everybody says, oh, my music is so much different from the next person. But shoot, when I make music, the music that I make, people feel. Okay. When I make music, if I'm making a lit song, when you listen to that song in the car, it makes you want to get out your car and go dance. It makes you want to be outside. It makes you want to party.
So in other words, even if they're paralyzed, they can still feel you.
Of course.
You like that,
from
right?
the waist down.
You like how I dropped that bar. Right? I got,
I see you got a little jump in there.
Hey, yo, I say, yo. No, I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that. It's his moment right now. I ain't gonna do that. So if anyone that's not familiar with you, right? Because I like to do this visual thing. If anybody that's not familiar with you, and you want them to see a video of you, what's the first video you want them to see of you that represents you? Because you get a first time to make a first impression. Right. So all the viewers out there right now, what's the first thing you want them to go see?
I want you to tune into my YouTube channel. I got my music video, YB the Menace Connections, out right now. That's the first. That's my introduction to y'all, man. That's the first thing I want y'all to see of me. And hopefully y'all enjoy it. Hopefully y'all stick around so you can see the growth and the evolution of YB the Menace, man.
Right, and then I think you had a song called Cali, something about Cali. Now explain that. See, being from Connecticut, you went to Cali. Is it a storyteller? What is it?
It's like the concept from Cali is like Cali. When living in Connecticut, a lot of people will never get the chance to even experience something as beautiful as Cali. Right. So me writing the song and me just trying to put myself in the headspace, like, yo, what if I did take a trip to Cali? Like, what would I be doing in Cali? Like, everything that was going on in Cali, like, just and putting myself in that environment to create a song that gives somebody the feeling like, yo, shit, let's go to Cali.
Right. I get it.
Video on YouTube, if you go look at the video, that's exactly what we did. Right.
It's funny you brought out how beautiful Cali is, because it is. And actually, Cali, it's like Cali's very dangerous, but it's like a tiger, like the animal. A tiger's beautiful, but it's dangerous. It'll kill you.
If you don't know what you're doing.
California is very misleading visually, because you go out there It's no trash nowhere. It's beautiful homes, grass, palm trees. So even when my first time going out there when I was young, I'm like, I never could understand what the hell is the aggression for out here. I never got, living in the, you in New York, projects, dirt, rat. You see the fucking poorness. You can see it. But in Cali, it's extremely misleading because it's beautiful. And when I went there, I'm like, what the fuck are they mad about?
It's like crabs in a barrel.
Yeah, it's like misleading. Like it even now, and I still stand by that. Like even when I went to Nipsey Hussle store on Crenshaw, I went to the store. Even the area that's around, it's fucking beautiful. Like it's beautiful over there. Like it's not no run down shit, but for whatever reason, you still get that. So I don't know. I still to this day I have trouble comprehending what is the aggression for in terms of how it looks.
The way I see it, it's like it's a nice place. It's like a trap basically. Right. It's like California is so nice. Everybody makes it in California, so everybody wants to pack their stuff and go to California.
Right.
Not everybody's situated to where they can make it in their environment, so they end up falling off, and then now everybody's upset.
Right.
That's where that's why a lot of people is always so aggressive out there, especially because there's a lot of failed dreams out there.
Right. All right, that makes sense. That makes sense. I was just looking at it from a surface point of view. If you live in a project and you're looking at roaches, okay, I see why you're mad. You're looking at rats running around. Your lights is off. The house is dirty. You stacked on top of motherfuckers. As opposed to, I'm in Cali, palm trees, beautiful deco style house, and the grass is green. What the fuck am I mad about in terms of what I'm actually looking at?
Right.
You know what I mean? I get the other part of that, but off the visual, I'm in a nice area. This is all right. It's not bad. But anyway, so listen, before we get out of here, man, how can people follow you or get in contact with you?
Well, my Instagram, YB_the Menace. My TikTok, YB the Menace. YouTube page, YB the Menace. It's all the same thing. Follow me. YouTube videos out. Same name. Anything you want to know about me, type in YB the Menace. YouTube, Google. It's all there.
You got a girlfriend?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I ain't going to set you up then.
Feel me?
Shout out to his girlfriend, man. That's
of course, shout out to you, man.
There it is, exactly. So listen, before we get out of here, man, is there anything else you want to cover or share or talk about that we ain't speak on?
Let me think. Anything? I got new music coming out.
We touched that.
I got more music coming out. I got the Cali video out now, but dropping Friday. I got new songs.
You got a whole project coming out?
I got a project coming more towards the end of the year.
Okay.
I don't got a definitive name for it yet, but it's going to be a solid project. As of right now, I'm just dropping single after single every week, getting the buzz going so that when people start seeing more and more, they're going to have something to go back to. It's like a domino effect, kind of.
All right. So y'all make sure y'all look out for that. And we're going to get out here. We're going to the basketball court. I'm about to show them how to, about to cross them up. Cross them ankles up. You know what I mean? You like that move, right? That's what it is, man. DJ Thoro, man.
YB the Menace, man.
Exactly. Hottest in the street. And like always, when you see us, one knee us. Let me pay respects.
10 men,
let's go!
20 men, 30 men, I'm on something. 10 men, 20 men,